How do we declare variables in Rust? Good question. So in order to declare a variable in Rust, we use the let keyword to declare, oops, if I can spell declare, variables in Rust. We use this keyword let, and then let lets us declare variables. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at it in action. So I'm going to create a function, fn. We're going to call it main. And again, don't worry if you're confused about functions. We'll get into that later. Let's say that I want to declare a string variable. And remember, we looked briefly at strings before when we were printing. We could say let financial management equal, and then we want to set it to a string. So we can set it to a string by bringing in the quotations, double quotations. And here we can assign this variable, financial management, which is a variable, a string value of, let's say, Bank of America. We can close the expression here, and let's comment in that this is technically a string type. So that's how we would declare a variable that has the data type of a string. Now there are many different types of variables. What about numbers? Well, yeah, we could also declare an integer. So we could say let credit score equals, and let's say we have a credit score of 800. This would be an integer type. Okay, there you go. Excellent credit score. Go buy yourself a house. What about true or false values? We call those Booleans. Things that are true or things that are false. They're called Booleans. Let account active equal true. And because it's a Boolean, we can assign it the value of true or false. And this would be a Boolean type. All right, let me show you one more. All right, very cool. So here are some very common and important data types. We've got a string, we've got integer. Now remember, integer types are whole numbers, no decimals. If you want to use decimals like 800.3, that would be a floating type. So just so you know, float types take decimals. But this, because there's no decimal, is implicitly derived as a integer type in Rust. Okay? Just something to note. We're going to see more of that as we go.